Yo, what's going on, everybody? So I want to continue to have a conversation with you guys about the Urashiki arc, and in particular I want to make a follow-up to my prediction a couple months ago, which was that we would be getting a Sasuke versus Urashiki battle. And now that we actually saw the aftermath of that fight, and that Sasuke was sent to another dimension, and that it was foreshadowed that eventually Sasuke will recover his chakra and come back to the dimension where Boruto and Shinki and Gar are currently interacting with Urashiki, I want to discuss the possibility of Sasuke actually killing Urashiki. And I have to say this, I do think, as much as I hate this idea, I do think that it is a possibility, and it's for a few different reasons. And it'd be irresponsible of me not to acknowledge this, simply for the fact that I've always been upfront with you guys. I've told you exactly where I stand on a few different issues, and I try to stay unbiased in a majority of my videos, unless it's an opinion video. So with that being said, why do I think that it is very possible that Sasuke is going to kill Urashiki? Well, the first answer is the fact that Kodachi has said in the past that there are plans to introduce Urashiki into the story, and since then we've seen him introduced into a couple of anime arcs, and we know that Kodachi does do the story for both the anime and the manga. And I remember reading sometime back in 2018 that at some point there was plans to have Urashiki brought into the Boruto manga, as well as were their plans to bring Sumire and Denki and Iwabe, and so far we've only seen Sumire be put into the Boruto manga. But what I do like about this, what I do like is the fact that while it is possible that Urashiki is kind of thrown in an after fact in the Boruto manga at some point, given how the story has gone a lot darker, unless they reveal that the 10 tails that Jigen has in the manga is essentially Urashiki, which I don't think that's going to happen, but a lot of people say that. I don't think that's going to happen. However, I do think that it is very, very likely that Sasuke kills off Urashiki, because there are no plans to have him introduced into the manga. Because look where we are right now in the manga. I'm not going to have huge spoilers for anime only viewers, so you're safe to continue watching. But it doesn't look like there's any framework for Urashiki to even be mentioned in the manga, unless it's some type of flashback and it's a off-panel type of conversation where they just kind of reference him in a flashback and kind of move onward, similar to how they mentioned the hidden mist arc in the Boruto manga, saying, yeah, we took a field trip there one time, and that was kind of it. I could see them doing that with Urashiki. However, he's a loose end when it comes to the versus Momoshiki arc that needs to be tied up. And the fact that Sasuke at this point is essentially making it a mission to hunt down Urashiki, we know that Sasuke has to tie up this loose end before we can move to anything that's happening in the manga, because the manga does have Sasuke looking into a certain criminal organization that will be getting referenced at the end of the Majina Bandits arc whenever the anime does do it. So I do think that this is possible, that this needs to happen. And I'll go a step further. I know a lot of times anime openings and Naruto openings did this as well, where a lot of times the anime openings don't directly correlate to what's going to happen in the arc. You get a few teases to what's going to happen, but there's a lot of misdirection. I think a classic example would be the very first Naruto arc, where you see in the Naruto opening 1, you see Team 7 fighting against a bunch of ninja, and you don't actually see that. You see a brief moment where Sasuke takes out, I believe, a couple of Chunin from the Hidden Mist Village, and then you see what's going on with Zabuza and Haku in that arc, but you never really see Team 7 and this big knockdown drag 'em out fight with a bunch of rogue ninja. That's not something that we actually see in the first arc. And I think that the Boruto anime could very well have Urashiki be revealed to be that masked fighter, and it would explain why Sasuke and Naruto are there in that opening. It would explain why Konohamaru is appearing to be fighting against what look like puppets that we now know are Urashiki's puppets. All that makes sense now. All that makes sense why you see Sarada, and Sarada has the glasses, and you see Boruto, and Boruto is looking at what appears to be Konoha. We know that Shikaku is going to be taken to Konoha at some point for Naruto to have kept for safekeeping. You see Naruto and the others in an area that appears to not necessarily be Konoha and not necessarily be the Hidden Sand Village. It could be one of those border cities that are in between the Land of Fire and the Land of Wind. This could be something very special. We could actually see Urashiki revealed as the masked fighter, and if that is the case, it would explain the Jogan, because Urashiki talks about the fact that Boruto's Jogan will be a threat to the rest of them going forward, that Boruto could be be a threat to the Sasuke clan. And to have Sasuke step in to save his student, that could be something special. That could be something special. But I want to know from you guys, do you think that Sasuke is going to kill Urashiki? And do you think that Urashiki is going to be the mass fighter in the anime opening? Or do you think that the anime is going to stick to its guns and that this is going to be yet another misdirection as far as openings? Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.